Will's hand that struck Chris Rock was actually a metaphor for his relationship with Jada. Open.
Back at it again, baby, and we got part 2 of every comedian's reaction. Let's dive in.
What's the deal with airplane peanuts?
Ladies and gentlemen, Tom Segura.
What's up, guys?
Where are you at? New York?
I'm in New York. I'm wearing this hat because my alopecia's acting up.
Jesus. Okay, Tom.
Savage.
I'm happy you're joining us because I've been seeing you on the internet. Has this become a thing, huh? Is this what Will Smith did, do you feel like was an attack on all comedians and maybe setting a precedent for what you can do, or jokes being not accepted in the right way?
Fuck that cuck. Let me tell you this, man.
People gonna get a rude awakening if they think that is okay to do to any and every comedian. There's gonna be some bad situations going on that is never okay, never has been okay. If you can't handle the heat, stay out of the kitchen. If you can't handle jokes about you, then don't be in a place where there's gonna be some jokes being made. Jokes have always been made at those types of shows, at comedy shows. If you don't like jokes, then stay home. Me? I like a little bit of dark humor personally, you know what I'm saying? That's just me. I like some edgy stuff, but that's just me personally, you know? That's just me.
The idea that your entitled ass thinks because your feelings are hurt, you get to assault one of the all-time greats because you fucking feel, and then the cowards, the spineless cowards that are in Hollywood, in comedy. We have a list going of these fucking guys. Anybody who did not stand up and say some shit for Chris Rock, we're going to ruin your fucking life. I just want you to know that.
How come? Do you feel like that was an attack on all of comedy there?
It's what it is it's a display of entitlement. It's a very powerful, very wealthy, influential star who just decided, yeah, I didn't like that. I'm going to smack you. And then gets to sit down, collect his award, get a round of applause, enjoy his night. It's insane. It's like a gross exaggeration of, you see it all the time. I mean, you see entitlement everywhere. And that was on full display for the world to see. I have fucking zero respect for that bitch. And I feel like more people need to come out and say it. It's unacceptable.
I sent you that thing, Jamie, about the Will Smith thing that's in the end.
Damn! You know, I definitely agree with some of the stuff that he said. That obviously is totally unacceptable. Just because your feelings got hurt doesn't mean you have the right to slap somebody. And I guarantee you, and I said this in the video yesterday, I guarantee you, had that been Dwayne The Rock Johnson, he wouldn't have gone up there and slapped him. And he only did that because it was Chris Rock and he knew he could get away with it. That's just my opinion. Let me know how you feel about it in the comment section. Maybe I'm wrong.
Dependent. I sent it to you in text message.
You showed it before the pod, yeah.
Yeah, Jimmy Dore sent this to me. It's like, what the fuck are you even saying here? It says, white outrage about Will Smith's slap is rooted in anti-blackness. It's inequality in plain sight. What?
And it's in The Guardian. It's kind of depressing.
They just get sucked into wokeness, man.
It's just kind of like
performative pearl clutching. Hey, no, that was violence. If you think violence is cool, you need to tell me where that line ends. Is it just slapping? Can I kick someone in the face if I don't like what they say? Like, where does that end?
You just knew that this incident that was between two guys, also they happen to both be African American, at some point there would be articles blaming white supremacy. You're like, dude, I'm almost impressed by the leap in logic where you're going like, dude,
it's
hats
impressive.
off. Yeah,
It
it's
is
impressive.
And
That you're even going for it.
Well, it took a solid 48 hours for someone to concoct that. Like, they had to sit there. You ever see that fucking, there's a meme of a woman, and there's all these like calculations in the background. She's trying to like ponder something that doesn't make sense. You seen those? That's them sitting there like trying to figure out how to put this and make it white supremacy. It's inequality in plain sight. What the fuck are you saying?
Quite possibly.
Yeah, that was ridiculous. Stop it with the BS. That's bullshit. Absolutely bullshit.
One of the most shocking moments in pop culture / art history. Very few things leave me absolutely speechless, but it was funny. Somebody fucking wrote to me, was going like, I told you into the fucking podcast to hear your reaction to the slap. Hollywood's made you soft. And I was like, So you tuned into my podcast to listen about gossip about an award show, and I'm the fucking one that's soft? That shit brought up a lot of shit for me. Beyond being a comedian. But, yeah, I will at some point. I just didn't want to be yet another person, fucking typing in all capital letters, flipping the fuck out, screaming, yelling. And none of that's doing anything for anybody.
My name's Bert Kreischer, and I
got a point.
want everyone to just bring awareness to alopecia. This is my buddy Joe DeRosa. Go fucking go.
You guys are acting like you're fucking Tyson and Holyfield.
He's gonna knock the bottle off the table. Oh. That was a good slap, too. That was a good slap. Full contact.
Oh my God!
Nice and loud.
I'm so sorry! I'm so sorry! I'm so sorry! I'm so sorry!
And there's people who actually.
Have y'all ever seen those competitions, the slapping competitions? I want to say they like started in like Russia or some wild, where they stand on either side of the table and they like literally just slap each other back and forth until somebody's knocked out. Wild.
You have the fucking balls to tell me, they're like, you need to stay out of business as it isn't yours. This is my business. It's my business more than it's your fucking business. So don't you think you can actually give me a lecture on what happens on a stage?
Tom, you ever get into an uncomfortable situation like that with anybody? Because some of those corporate gigs I've heard from comedians are like the worst. So I assume these types of situations arise or no?
I mean, I've never had that in particular happen. I've had people try to stop shows. I've had people who are like, that joke is, horribly tasteless, move on. As a comedian, you just have to navigate it. Sometimes you just slam them, or you figure out a way in the situation.
Kick him out. Get out. You're at a comedy show. Go home.
I've been like, if you don't like this joke, you can fucking leave, which is
Right
honestly
on.
the best philosophy, I think, for comedy. I mean, yeah, I've had people, I've been booed off stage.
Nice.
So yeah, I mean, it can go sideways. That's part of doing this long enough, is that you're going to have really bad fucking shows. but there's no excuse for being like, I don't like that joke, therefore I get to assault you. It's not the way it goes, man.
You can't let people just go around slapping people, and that is whether you think it's violence or not. It's violence.
It's violence.
It's violence.
It was violence that happened on TV.
Yeah.
It was violent. I think comedians should stop hosting the Oscars so they just tank, because it's the only redeemable quality about that circle jerk.
Yeah.
The only reason why anyone tunes in is to hear Ricky Gervais or whatever just, bring it down to earth and have some fun with it, because otherwise we're just sitting there watching the most boring fake award show where studios pay for those awards. Did they really win? It's a matter of taste. They don't even have a comedy category. Go fuck yourself.
Some comedians, you can tell they operate on a level of
Russ.
attack. And I would say the medium itself requires a certain amount of consent, like comedy. You have to go, okay, I'm coming here for a person to tell jokes. At a time where there's increasing censorship around what can be said, we're not querying what can be seen, where an act of, let's call it what it was, violence, Will Smith has admitted that himself, can be broadcast around the world, along with some quite aggressive invective, at a time that people are very concerned around what jokes are able to be said. It's interesting what is forbidden and what is allowed. Who's allowed to do what, who's allowed to say what when.
I mean, I'll just let you know, if you come on my stage, I'm not saying, we know I can't jump. I'm not saying I can fight, but I'll bite your fucking face off. You're fucked. I will disembowel you in front of your family if you come on my stage. So,
That's awesome.
I would tell you to get tickets, but all my shit's sold out. I make fucking
I actually
Light flex. I love it.
sat down and had a long talk with my lovely wife last night about that. Shit took me fucking back. Took me fucking back. And I gotta say, the way Chris handled that moment was fucking unbelievable, and the restraint that he showed, because he starts to go like, ooh, I could say, and the fact that he didn't, because it was lobbed over the net at that point for the Daryl Dawkins break the backboard slam, but Then who knows what happens after that? And I felt he chose the show in the event over, pride and ego and all of that stuff. So, at some point, I'll sort it out, but I don't know. Whatever. Jesus fucking Christ. Yeah, I think that's it. That's all I have to say about the Oscars. Other than when Chris Rock comes and does a show in L.A., I'm definitely not missing that show.
That's basically giving a green light to the pimp slap. To like what Will Smith did to Chris Rock, that is not a crime to do to your wife in Russia.
Yeah. Chris Rock should have fucking hit him back.
He should have jumped on his back as soon as he turned his back like that.
That just gets filtered through an MMA brain.
100%.
Dude, take us back.
Listen, man, here's the reality. You don't slap a man in the face and then turn your back and walk away unless you should have never slapped that man in the first place. Because you're only slapping a guy who can't slap you back.
That's why he slapped him,
That's the only reson why he slapped him and then turned his back and walked away. Look, if he slapped him and then stood his ground and waited for a return and was ready to go to war, that's one thing. But when you slap a man and you turn around and go back to your seat, that is a sure sign you should not have slapped that man. It's not fair.
I just had this image of a movie like The Karate Kid where Chris Rock just shows up in Austin. He's like, hey, Joe. Trade me.
I was thinking to my friends last night, I was like, imagine if Chris Rock had just a year of solid jiu-jitsu training under his belt, and as soon as
took his back,
as soon as Will Smith turns his back, he just leaps and takes his back and just squeezes Will out before the security guards can get to him. Will Smith goes out,
wipes that smirk off Will Smith's face.
Will Smith, you are a big, huge pussy cuck. I know you were defending your wife because of all other things going on, and a lot of people are like, she has alopecia. I don't even know if she does, because Hollywood people are liars, so she may or may not, because she looks smoking hot with a shaved head, okay? And the G.I. Jane joke...
That's a fact. She bad either way, so I don't even understand why that was even, like...
Yeah, it wasn't the best, but hey, it was good enough. It's hard to be funny in that situation. So I don't know if Jada Pinkett Smith has alopecia weezy. She might, or she may have just wanted to shave her head and she said, listen, just in case the people don't like this, I'll just say I have alopecia. They're all fraud pieces of shit, okay? And the fact that Will Smith was not arrested after he got slapped is white privilege. Will Smith is white privilege. It's just what it is. And I'm telling you, if anybody thinks that it's okay to rush the stage when a comic makes a joke, it's not.
Andrew Schultz had a 3-minute bit to open his Flagrant 2 on Will Smith and Chris Rock, and it was, it was.
After the vicious attacks on Chris Rock last night, we think it's only right here at the Flagrant 2 podcast to defend the comic's honor to tell jokes. So here we go. If you didn't see the Oscars, Chris Rock got himself in a hairy situation. He shined a light on female alopecia, while Jada's head shined a light on everything else. Chris was making fun of Jada's baldy, but seriously, how is Will supposed to get turned on if she has a woman's haircut? Now, I'm not saying that he's gay. Wow. He likes women, specifically ones that swim for Penn.
Holy shit.
All I'm saying is last night wasn't the first time Will fondled another man to make Jada happy.
Okay.
And Will's hand that struck Chris Rock was actually a metaphor for his relationship with Jada. Open when he wanted it to be closed. But let's be honest. Last night, Will Smith looked like he was from the streets of Philadelphia. And Jada looked like she was from the movie. Now, after all that drama, Will Smith still took home an Oscar. I'm talking about the award, not a Mexican guy to fuck his wife while he watched in the corner.
Okay, you gotta chill though.
Now, to clarify, Will won the Oscar for Best Actor. People were saying it was for the Lifetime Achievement Award, and no, that's not it. That Oscar goes to the plumber that unclogged Jada's shower drain. Now, I am tired of people not giving Jada enough credit, okay? It was actually Jada.
Hold on, wait a minute. I gotta take a time out. Oh, man. My eyes are literally watering. I was laughing so hard. Oh, man. Oh, I'm legit crying. Why did he rail into her? Oh, my goodness. Sheesh Louise. He railed into her. Whoa.
I'm tired of people not giving Jada enough credit. Okay, it was actually Jada that helped Will get in character for King Richard. Because when she gives blowjobs, her head looks like a bouncing tennis ball. But give it up to Will, okay? Give it up to Will Smith. He is the only person to be recognized by the Motion Picture Academy and the Citizen app on the same night. And to everyone saying Will was probably under the influence, no. Okay, he doesn't drink or do drugs. This is the only time he's ever smoked a rock in his life. Now, don't feel bad for Chris Rock, okay? He was finally part of a hit white people will watch. Oh my God. Give Chris Rock some damn credit, okay? He took that smack like a champ. And next year, he's gonna be ready, okay? He'll have more bobs and weaves than Jada's wig collection. Now, a lot of people are saying this never happened during Oscars So White. Exactly, okay? The white Oscars are mind-numbingly boring, or as Jada would call it, a relationship with Will. So, I think we can all admit this was shocking, okay? Because if there was gonna be one chick at the Oscars with a hair loss disease that doesn't understand humor, I would assume it'd be Amy Schumer.
Oh my God.
Anyway, Will, let this be a lesson to you. If you want to keep your wife's name out of other people's mouths, make sure to keep your hands off comedians.
Look, dude. It's wild.
Yo, that was crazy and absolutely hilarious. Hilarious. I mean, I literally was dropping tears laughing at that. My gosh. Wild.
That guy is getting away with that. And I just, it's just entitlement. I mean, it reminds me, I used to live in LA and you'd be like on Beverly or Rodeo and you see these people in like Bentleys double park or be like in a handicap zone, and then a parking enforcement person would be like, hey, you can't park here. And then the person in the Bentley goes, yeah, there's no spaces. And you're like, yeah, fuckface, that's what happens. Like, go find a place to park. And sometimes the person would get intimidated and be like, okay. And then sometimes they'd be like, I don't give a fuck, here's your ticket. And that's what Will Smith needs. He needs a big old fucking parking ticket.
How arrogant are you to think that you deserve to go through life with no one ever saying anything that you don't agree with or like? I want people to stop saying that joke's offensive.
Yeah.
I want them to start saying I found it offensive. Because you've got to own the emotion. Because that's all it is. You're just telling me how you feel about it.
Yeah.
There's nothing intrinsically offensive about this joke.
Listen, apparently they worked it out. Like, I'd read that they talked, and Will Smith made a statement, and Chris Rock even apologized. And apparently they talked backstage and worked it out, which is the best.
Apologize for what?
I don't think Will Smith should go to jail. I don't think any of that stuff should
Why did Chris Rock apologize? It was a joke.
happen. I don't think they should take away his Academy Award. I think he knows it was a foolish act. Everybody else knows. And I think it's one of those learning experiences for the world. It's like a teachable moment, right? Like the whole world can see that we put stars and celebrities up on pedestals, but they're just human beings. And sometimes human beings get pushed to the point where they do something irrational.
Right.
And that's what he did. He just did something totally irrational that he's completely embarrassed by.
More comedians reacted on social media through Instagram and Twitter also. Annie Ledman put up this picture of her and Rogan with the caption, "At Jada Pinkett Smith and me the night before the Oscars." Ricky Gervais tweeted, "Dear TV and film stars, why are some of you so fucking weird? You're actors, some of you great actors, so just act normal, simple." Ryan Sickler quote tweeted the Oscars tweet saying they don't condone violence of any kind and said, "You allowed it, you support it, and you gave him an award. Fuck y'all and Will Smith." Joe List weighed in saying, "I'm just now finding out there's not a G.I. Jane 2 in the works." And Brian Redband also said, "I wonder if Will Smith just opened the door to audience members attacking comics when doing crowd work," which I don't think will be the case. I think a lot of people are going to get their ass beat if they start charging the stage. A lot of comedians reacting to this, pretty crazy stuff. If you love the world of comedy, want to stay up to date on it.
So absolutely, positively wild situation. Andrew was hilarious, to say the least. I mean, y'all saw it. I mean, legit had me in tears. So yeah. As always, man, y'all let me know what you thought about it in the comment section below. Like, share, comment, and of course, hit the subscribe button before you go. Peace and love. I'm out.